So, what are the new wheels and tires that I put on the 2024 Tacoma along with the leveling lift? If you hadn't seen that video, it's the one before this that I put on the truck. So we're going to run through that real quick. We'll let you see the old and the new. Let's run around here where we can actually get into some light. Here's a look at the new tires and wheels versus the old. Of course, those were the ones that came on the truck. These are the ones that I chose to replace them with. Now, these are a TRD wheel. They have the TRD center cap. Really, they're just an aluminum wheel with black lug nuts. These also had black lug nuts on them. They are 18-inch. Both are 18-inch. As far as the tires, of course, I went with the Falcon Wild Peak AT 3Ws. That was a no-brainer for me. I love these tires. They're awesome. What was on here before was a General Grabber HTS, I guess. Now, as far as size goes, these were a 265/65 R18. And what I put on is a 285/65 R18. So it's not a huge difference in tire size, obviously. I mean, I think it's plus an inch, something like that, which gives you about half an inch in ride height. In other words, the body or the truck itself would sit about half an inch higher because you have to divide it by 2 because it's a circle, right? Now, the benefit of these for me, obviously, they don't have this brushed aluminum stuff on them. I am not a chrome fan. That's not really a surprise, I don't think, to anyone. I don't like that. These are all black. They are still aluminum. They're not alloys, which is okay with me as well. I like them because of the design. Simple, very simple, and that they're a painted black wheel. Pretty darn slick, in my opinion. Also, you've got a matte finish as opposed to the shiny finish that we had on the old ones. I just like that better. The center cap, the presentation, I like that better as well, even though it's upside down. I guess they must have put it on backwards. I don't know, I'll have to fix that. Kidding, of course. It is a shinier surround, and it is more predominant in the wheel itself as compared to what we had before. I like both. I honestly don't have any big problem with the center cap, although I think I like this one a little more because it is red, and of course the truck is supersonic red itself, so I like the way that it looks on the truck. Now let's talk about wheel poke. We have to talk about wheel poke because that's something else I like. The truck doesn't have a lot. It has some. Kind of hard to tell here if you look down the side of the truck. It all depends on angle, really. But we do stand out a little bit from the wheel wells with the new setup, primarily because of the tire. It's almost an illusion because of the lugs or the rough edges on the tire as opposed to what we have on the OEM version. I like that. If I'm being honest, I wish it was just a little bit more. I think that makes it look aggressive or more aggressive, but we do have about an inch or so sticking out. So it satisfies my wheel poke requirement. Let's check down this side. I don't know if you guys can see it any better down the side. We'll take a look from the rear, and here you can see it. Again, it kind of depends on camera angle. I mean, if I do this, boy, they really stick out far, don't they? But I'm trying to get it level. That's about what I see with the naked eye. So you get about, like I say, about an inch, maybe even a little bit more. Let's take a look at it from the back, and it's just a little, and you really can see more along here. I'm not sure with the lighting how easy it is to see, but if you look at the mud flap down here, you can see it stands out, and then up here against the fender, you can see it stands out a little bit here. Again, it's not a ton, not a whole lot, but it satisfies my requirement. Down the road, when, I shouldn't say if, because I'm sure I'll do it, when I go to different wheels and tires, I'll probably go with more of an offset just to get them a little bit further out. And the benefit of doing this lift is that I have plenty of room to do that. If you look down here, I mean, you can see how far away I am from the fender. Quite a bit of space here. I mean, I can fit my whole hand in there, with my thumb in, of course, but there is a ton of room here. I don't have to worry about, you know, heating up the fender well, although this is a different kind of material. I'm not sure how well that would heat up. And then here in the back, I have a ton of room. I mean, I can almost fit my whole hand in here as well. If I wanted, I could remove the mud guard or the mud flap and have even more room. The problem is always in the front, of course, when you turn the tires and they articulate. And that's another reason I went with this size, is because I wanted to make sure that I didn't run into any issues when it came to fitment or tire problems. Now, let's take a quick look inside against the UCA, because that's another area that you can have rubbing, and an area that I didn't want to have any problems with. So, if you look in here at the UCA, right there, you can see there's plenty of room, and I'm talking about, let's see if I can get the light in here right. I'm talking about right here, in between the tire and the guts, the UCA. You need to have at least a couple of inches here, in my opinion, 1.5 inches minimum, right here at this knuckle, if you will. If you don't have that, then you're not going to have enough room in here, in my opinion, to be able to have enough space to do what you want to do. I think it came out really well. I'm happy with the whole thing. I will tell you, I don't have any reduction in ride quality. All of that seems perfectly fine. Now, let's talk about price. The tires, again, they're a 285/65 R18. They're Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws, $428.75 each. And the wheels, and this is kind of broken down into two different parts, if you will. The wheels themselves were $286.38. Yeah, I've got it written down up there in front of me. And then the center caps are actually priced separately, and they're $39.24 each. So each wheel, total cost, $325.62. Not too bad, a little on the pricier side. I think you can get wheels a little cheaper here or there, but you can also spend a hell of a lot more on wheels for sure. Again, love the look of the truck. I love the stance. You could go bigger. For anybody who's wondering, you could go bigger with tires. You do that, you're going to put more weight on the truck, and of course that's going to translate into fuel economy loss and power loss, because the truck, after all, does have to lug those things around, right? Anyway, that's it. That's the setup as far as the wheels and tires go. If you want a further breakdown on pricing on the lift itself, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Also, let me know what you think. I'd be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.